Most people talk about change but remain trapped in their lives. Today, you will learn why reflection without action keeps you stuck in a loop and how you can break this cycle. Many people strive for change, but they remain trapped in a cycle. They talk about their suffering instead of overcoming it. They attend workshops, seminars, and retreats. They believe they are making progress. In reality, they reinforce their attachment to the pain by reliving it over and over again. Talking about pain creates the illusion of movement. Without action, it only reinforces the emotional weight of the past. The truth is different. Awareness of pain alone does not change your life. Only the conscious decision to work beyond it will bring about change. Every breakthrough begins with a moment of courage. In that moment, action will replace reflection. Why do many people make little progress despite all their efforts? They identify with their suffering. They remember their past. They define themselves by it. The adversities, the injustices, the obstacles have become deeply ingrained in their self-image. Letting go of suffering feels like letting go of oneself. But true realization means something else. It means detaching oneself from the past. Then space will be created for something greater. The true essence lies beyond all wounds, beyond all stories, beyond all pain. Growth will begin the moment the burden is lifted, burdens that have long since lost their function. The most difficult step remains taking action. Talking about problems seems easy. Analyzing feelings offers comfort. Seeking approval provides security. But real change will happen the moment you make a decision. The moment you say, I will live differently. Words alone do not change anything. They keep the old alive when they remain without action. Change will happen by writing a new story. Freedom is not a concept. It will be a lived reality. A practical template for everyday life is this. If you have talked about a problem more than 3 times without taking concrete steps, then stop talking about it. Repetition only reinforces the attachment to the problem. Someone keeps complaining about an unhealthy lifestyle. He insists that he really should start exercising, but nothing changes. What is missing is the first step. A 10-minute walk. Signing up for a workout. Sorting out unhealthy foods. Make it a personal rule. No more talking about it without taking action. Real change will begin with a small, genuine move. Now, people often dwell on their pain because it provides comfort and validation. A friend repeatedly brings up a failed relationship. He analyzes every detail of what went wrong. Instead of getting caught up in another loop of emotional repetition, a different kind of question will help. What can you do today to move forward? This question will break the cycle of passive reflection. It will push the mind to take action. Your environment shapes your mindset. If you surround yourself with people who constantly talk about change but never take action, you will subconsciously adopt the same pattern. 2 people want to improve their financial situation. One spends his time in online forums. He discusses economic theories. He laments the inequality of wealth. The other joins a community of entrepreneurs. They actively develop their skills. They take concrete steps. Which of the 2 will achieve results? The answer is obvious. Those who really want to change will seek out an environment that challenges them to take action. Waiting for the right moment is an excuse. It masquerades as patience. You say, I want to write a book. Then write a paragraph today. You have decided to improve your health. Then drink a glass of water now. Action, no matter how small, will create momentum. Change will come through action. As long as you talk about problems, you keep them alive. Only when you start implementing solutions will something change. Many people believe they are preparing for change. In reality, they are avoiding it. They read books. They attend seminars. They take notes. They gather insights. They reassure themselves with the thought that they are on the right track. But preparation without action is a sophisticated form of procrastination. The mind loves the illusion of progress. Planning feels safe because it requires no action. The biggest trap on the path to real change is confusing learning with action. Knowledge is no substitute for decision, only what is lived transforms. At the core of preparation mode is fear. Fear of failure, fear of uncertainty, fear of success. Someone dreams of writing a book. They collect ideas, they research, they refine concepts. But the first chapter never gets written. The biggest mistake is to believe that you have to be ready before you can begin. Realization will happen when you take the first step, despite the uncertainty. The belief that everything has to be perfect before you can begin prevents any movement. Successful people don't wait for the ideal moment. They get started and grow along the way. Trust will come through action. Many people remain in preparation mode because it gives them a sense of control. A person dreams of moving abroad. They watch videos, they spend months researching countries, visas, jobs, but they never book a flight. Planning feels safe. Taking the leap feels uncertain. Are there areas in your life where planning has long since become an end in itself? Many people put off change. They believe they have to feel ready first. They tell themselves they need more self-confidence, more knowledge, more time, a better opportunity. But the feeling of complete readiness will never come. Waiting for readiness is an illusion. Growth will happen when activation occurs despite uncertainty. Think of important milestones in life: a new job, the birth of a child, a courageous decision. Most people feel far from ready for these moments, but they tackle them anyway, and they grow through the experience. Readiness will come through action. The mind is an expert at inventing justifications. It persuades us that more preparation is needed, more security, a better time. Being ready is not something you wait for. It is something that is cultivated through action. Fear of the unknown keeps people in preparation mode. Taking a step into the unknown triggers discomfort. Discomfort is often confused with danger, but no amount of preparation will eliminate the uncertainty of a new path. Procrastination is the most deceptive form of resistance. It disguises itself as preparation. It gives the feeling of being productive. The belief that one must be fully prepared leads to endless hesitation. Perfection always remains unattainable. The secret to progress is to act despite uncertainty. Clarity will come through commitment. Thinking your way into readiness simply does not work. Self-confidence is not a prerequisite. It is a result of action. The moment the transition from intellectual speculation to real experience occurs, your perception will change. From theoretical uncertainty to lived truth. A nighttime car ride illustrates this principle. The headlights illuminate only a small section of the road, but that's enough to keep driving. The more you move forward, the more it becomes visible. The same is true of growth, change, and new opportunities. The complete picture is not a prerequisite. The beginning is the prerequisite. A writer does not wait until the entire book is planned out. He starts with one sentence. The story will unfold. An entrepreneur does not start a business until everything is perfect. He starts with an idea, he gains experience, he optimizes along the way. Perfectionism is one of the biggest obstacles to true fulfillment. It masquerades as the pursuit of excellence. In reality, it is a sophisticated avoidance mechanism. Many people put off taking the first step. They believe they first need to prepare, improve, or optimize. Behind this hesitation lies fear. The belief that everything must be flawless only protects the ego from discomfort. As long as a project remains unfinished, it remains safe. What is never completed will never be rejected. Avoiding imperfection is self-sabotage. The musician must play. The writer must write. The leader must lead. Only through action will skills develop. Those who wait for perfection will wait forever. Goals and aspirations naturally pull us forward. Remaining stuck in the past is like driving with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. The result? A lot of energy consumption, but no real progress. The mind amplifies what it focuses on. If thoughts constantly revolve around conflict, injustice, or limitations, reality will reflect exactly that. Whatever you focus your attention on will increase. A person who is fixated on struggle will continue to struggle. On the other hand, those who expect growth and opportunities will increasingly experience them. Consciousness functions like a transmitter. A radio only receives the frequency it is tuned to. The same is true of perception. Realization will begin the moment the focus is consciously redirected. Many people believe they are making progress simply because they are thinking about change. But true change will come about through conscious action and a changed perception. Emotional loops act like invisible chains. They bind us to past experiences. Each time we relive these feelings, their effect deepens. The moment an emotional loop is recognized, the power to break it arises. Most people have no idea how much their current reality is determined by subconscious emotional patterns. Reality works like a mirror. The feelings and thoughts that are emitted shape the experiences that are attracted. The moment awareness of these archetypal patterns arises, the power to change them returns. From reacting to acting, from victim of circumstances to creator of one's own reality. Freeing oneself from emotional loops means something else. It means acknowledging feelings. It means honoring past experiences, and at the same time recognizing that the past only repeats itself if it is continuously fed energy. Every moment holds the potential for a new choice. Realization will begin the moment you stop feeding the past. So it is not enough to talk about change. It must be lived. Fixating on the past keeps you trapped in old patterns. Real realization will come through action. Despite fear, despite inner resistance, despite uncertainty. Change does not begin when you feel ready. It will begin the moment you take action. The cycle is recognize pain, reflect, learn, adapt, and act. Go through this cycle again and again. This is how progress will happen. This is how clarity will grow. This is how transformation will happen. The result will be clarity and progress. What is the one step you will take today?